In today's functional analysis class, we are going to discuss closed graph theorem. It is proved by Banach in 1932. Theorem 10.2 in your text. Let x and y be Banach spaces and f from x to y be closed linear map. Then f is continuous. This is the closed graph theorem. So we prove this. Proof by 6.2.1. It is enough to prove that f is bounded on some neighborhood of 0. For each positive integer n, let Vn equal to set of all x in x such that norm of f of x less than or equal to n, so that it's a closed set. We prove that Vn contains a neighborhood of 0 in x. Since we are defining Vn for each positive integer n, we have now x equal to union n equal to 1 to infinity Vn. So this is equal to union n equal to 1 to infinity Vn closure, since Vn is closed. Therefore, x complement equal to union n equal to 1 to infinity Vn closure complement. So this is equal to intersection n equal to 1 to infinity Vn closure complement. Therefore, intersection n equal to 1 to infinity Vn closure complement, that is equal to x complement, that is equal to 5. Therefore, one of the open sets Vn complement closure must not be dense in x. This is by Bayes' theorem. Let it be Vp closure complement for some positive integer p. Hence, we find a positive integer p, x naught in x, and delta greater than 0, such that u x naught delta intersection Vp closure complement is empty. So since one of the open sets Vn closure complement, which is Vp closure complement, is not dense in x. So this implies u x naught delta is contained in Vp closure. So we shall show that u0 delta is contained in V4p. So we are going to prove this for if x belongs to x and x belongs to u0 delta, that is norm of x is less than delta, then x plus x naught belongs to u x naught delta, and that is contained in Vp closure. Also, you know that x naught belongs to Vp closure. Also, x naught belongs to Vp closure. Now, you consider two sequences in Vp. If Vn and Wn are sequences in Vp, such that Vn converges to x plus x naught and Wn converges to x naught. Then Vn minus Wn converges to x plus x naught minus x naught, that is equal to x. Then we have Vn minus Wn belongs to V2p. This is because since norm of f of Vn minus Wn, so that is equal to a norm of f of Vn minus f of Wn, since f is linear. So this is less than or equal to norm of f of Vn plus norm of f of Wn. And we have Vn belongs to Vp, so therefore norm of f of Vn is less than or equal to P. So this is less than or equal to P plus, and Wn belongs to Vp, therefore norm of f of Wn is also less than or equal to P. That is, norm of f of Vn minus Wn is less than or equal to 2p. So this implies Vn minus Wn belongs to V2p. And since Vn minus Wn converges to x, we have x belongs to V2p closure. Therefore, we have started with x in U0 delta. So x belongs to U0 delta implies x belongs to V2p closure. Therefore, U0 delta is contained in V2p closure. So in particular, for every x in U0 delta, there is some x1 in V2p such that norm of x minus x1 is less than delta by 2. This is because U0 delta is contained in V2p closure. Hence, U0 delta is contained in V2p plus half U0 delta. We consider x in U0 delta and let U equal to U0 delta, V equal to V2p and K equal to half in the previous lemma. In lemma 10.1, we see that there is a sequence Vn in V2p such that x minus V1 plus V2 by 2 plus etc. plus V raised to n by 2 raised to n minus 1 belongs to 1 by 2 raised to n u of 0 delta. So by the previous lemma. So here, remember that here k is half. This is true for n equal to 1, 2, etc. We let Wn equal to V1 plus V2 by 2 plus etc. plus V raised to n by 2 raised to n minus 1. Then from this, x minus Wn belongs to 1 by 2 raised to n u0 delta. This implies norm of x minus Wn is less than or equal to delta by 2 raised to n. Now since norm of x minus Wn is less than or equal to delta by 2 raised to n, it follows that Wn converges to x in x. So as n tends to infinity, you can see that norm of x minus Wn is tending to 0. So Wn converges to x. Also for all n greater than m, we have norm of f of wn minus f of wm. This is equal to norm of f of sigma j is equal to m plus 1 to n vj by 2 raised to j minus 1. You know that Wn is v1 plus v2 by 2 plus etc. plus vn by 2 raised to n minus 1, and Wm is v1 plus v2 by 2 plus etc. vm by 2 raised to n minus 1. So from this and by the linearity of f. So this is less than or equal to sigma j equal to m plus 1 to n norm of f of vj divided by 2 raised to j minus 1 by linearity of f. You know that vj belongs to v2p. So since vj belongs to v2p, we have norm of f of vj is less than or equal to 2p. So you can write this as this is less than or equal to sigma j is equal to m plus 1 to n 2p divided by 2 raised to j minus 1. So that is equal to 2p into sigma j is equal to m plus 1 to n 1 by 2 raised to j minus 1. So this is 2p into, you can write this as 1 by 2 raised to m plus 1 by 2 raised to m plus 1 plus etc. plus 1 by 2 raised to n minus 1. And you can take 1 by 2 raised to m outside. So this is 2p divided by 2 raised to m into 1 plus 1 by 2 plus etc. plus 1 by 2 raised to n minus m minus 1. And this is less than or equal to 2p divided by 2 raised to m into 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 square plus etc. an infinite series. So this is equal to 2p divided by 2 raised to m into, this is a by 1 minus r, 1 by 1 minus 1 by 2. So this is 4p by 2 raised to m. That is norm of f of wm minus f of wn is less than or equal to 4p divided by 2 raised to m. Therefore, the sequence, hence the sequence f of wn is a Cauchy sequence. It's a Cauchy sequence in Y. Now, as Y is a Banach space, f of wn, sequence f of wn converges in Y. And since wn converges to X and f is a closed map, f of wn converges to f of x in Y. If we let m equal to 0 and w naught equal to 0 in the inequality, norm f of wn minus f of wm less than or equal to 4p by 2 raised to m, we get norm of f of wn minus f of 0 less than or equal to 4p by 2 raised to 0. So that is norm of f of wn less than or equal to 4p for all n greater than or equal to 1. Hence, norm of f of x is equal to limit norm of f of wn This is less than or equal to for P. So this implies X belongs to V for P. Since norm of f of x less than or equal to for P. Now since our choice of x was x belongs to u0 delta is arbitrary, we have u of 0 delta is contained in V for P. Therefore, the linear map F bounded on the neighborhood of u0 delta of 0. So it is f is bounded in the neighborhood of 0, therefore f is continuous. So this proves closed graph theorem, and that's all for today.